But the main reason we're in Kalamazoo is to see a place that's just south of town. What? Oh, sorry.
It's called the Air Zoo, and it really is a one-of-a-kind destination. It was actually voted the best place to take somebody visiting from out of town. And in just a moment, you'll find out why. So, sit down, strap in, hang on, and get ready for a wild ride. Our guide for the day is Air Zoo President and CEO Bob Ellis. Bob took a few minutes out of his very busy day to tell me just how it all started.
This place came about because about 10 years ago, we seriously looked at the lives that we were affecting, and it was a small number because most people that came to the Aviation Museum at that time were people that already knew the story. They were aviators, they were aviation enthusiasts, people that loved to fly, read all the books.
Right.
And so they came out and looked at a bunch of wonderful airplanes, but they didn't leave with anything more than they came with.
With Bob's vision and hard work, the Air Zoo really has become a great place for the entire family. Bob went on to tell me that the Air Zoo has over 50 rare and historical aircraft, full motion flight simulators, and a breathtaking 4D theater that takes you right back to World War II. There's indoor amusement park rides and the Guinness World Record largest indoor mural ever painted, and it's all under one roof.
You've combined a theme park with an aviation museum, so it's educational, it's fun, it's good for any age, but you've taken it to the next level. Because like I said, I've been to a lot of aviation museums, and there's nothing like this anywhere in the country.
Next, I took off in the 3D Space Shuttle Ride.
If you're ready, let's try it out. Okay, we're ready, shut the door, light them up!
It's a simulator where you blast off from planet Earth and travel all the way up to the International Space Station. The experience was incredible. After a successful landing in the space shuttle, thank you very much, I decided to try one of the full motion flight simulators. It's like you're really flying and you can pick from a whole bunch of different kinds of airplanes. You know me, I picked the fastest. Okay, maybe not the fastest, but Bob showed us the Air Zoo's real speed champion.
Start out by saying this is the world's only SR-71B, and it's on loan to us from the United States Air Force Museum. And clearly the Air Zoo is a place where we can showcase the Air Force, and so they were pleased to offer it to us, and we were certainly excited to take it. The SR-71s first flew in 1962. They're still the fastest and the highest flying air-breathing airplane in the world today, and if you can imagine, from there to there, it's gone 3 miles.
Wow.
You're talking about 2,200 miles an hour at 85,000 feet.
Amazing. Now this is the incredible 4D Missions Theater. It's an actual 4D experience that you've got to try out. Let's go inside.
This attraction is a total trip on the senses. You'll see, smell, hear, and even feel what it was really like to fly a bombing mission during World War II.
I gotta be honest, Bob, this is one of the most unusual planes I've ever seen. The propeller's on the back side of the plane. Is it supposed to be there, or was this an accident?
And this was no accident. It's supposed to be there. This is the world's only Curtiss XB-55 Ascender.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. It belongs to the Smithsonian Institution, and it was designed to create a breakthrough in aviation back in 1941. So, swept wings, pusher, canard up front.
How many were made?
There were 3 built. The first one crashed very early. The third one crashed at an air show following World War II.
Oh my gosh.
And the sole survivors here.
Now talk about the ultimate aircraft. At least for me, when I walked in this building, one of the first things I saw was this aircraft. And this is, to me, this totally romanticizes the whole experience of flight. This is a beautiful, tell me about this airplane.
1947, Grumman Mallard. You can go anywhere in the world with it. No airports around, as many as there are today anyway. So you had lakes and rivers and streams, and this airplane could take you there. It belonged to a gentleman that actually has a resort out in Monument Valley, and he decided to donate it to a museum. 3 months later, he flew it in, and it's still airworthy. You can fly it.
It still flies? Can we fly it?
Well, let me think about that for a little bit. Yeah.
Bob thought about it, and his answer was no. But he did let me ride Zero G. It gives you the feeling of weightlessness.
Whoa.
And I'm sure it also gave my crew the feeling of hilarity as they pointed and laughed at me.
Remind me not to go into space. Oh, yeah.
Now, my most challenging flight experience of the day also turned out to be, well, the most fun. It's a ride called Spaceball, and it really shows you how astronauts train for the weightlessness environment of space.
Tell my wife I love her. I think I lost a filling. Okay, that's good.
Once my head finally cleared, Bob took a few minutes to tell me about all the great people and volunteers that work at the Air Zoo.
I notice you have a lot of volunteers here that look like they may have been veterans. What do they add to the experience and how valuable are they?
Tom, I can't overemphasize the fact that that is the experience. We have the real people that flew those objects and in combat. And it's a real experience for young people to get to talk to these guys that aren't going to be around forever, but it's a living experience.
What a great day at the zoo, so to speak. The Air Zoo is a wonderful place to take the entire family. You'll get lost in both the history and the future of flight, and you'll also learn a ton too. So now that the Air Zoo is no longer under my radar, I'll be back for sure.